Hi there, Capricorns. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at January 18 through January 24. And as I have been telling you, Mercury, the planet of communication and clear thinking, continues to be out of phase or retrograde in your sign, your first house of personality and ego through January 25. So slowly but surely, we are coming to the end of his retrograde reign, and it's going to be fabulous when he does move forward. I feel like 2016 has been on hold in a lot of ways with Mercury out of phase. And once he moves forward, things will start flowing again and flowing forward, and it's going to be a very welcome relief, especially for you and the other earth signs. Now, midweek, the sun bids your sign adieu and moves into Aquarius for the month. For those of you who have birthdays right on the cusp of Aquarius, you're known as cuspers, and I'm sure you've heard this before. It means that depending on what time you were born, if you were born late at night or very early in the morning, very close to when the sun was ready to move into Aquarius, you take on characteristics of both signs. You're on the very tail end of Capricorn and the very beginning of Aquarius. You're on the cusp. So you should read both Capricorn and Aquarius when you're reading your horoscope or listening to them or whatever it is you're doing to get your daily, weekly updates. And for those of you who are celebrating as a cusper, it's really important that you remember that it's not easy being a Capricorn Aquarius cusper, because Capricorn is a very solid earth sign and Aquarius is a fixed air sign. So there's a stubbornness that you have on both sides of the fence. And one half of you wants the stable life and money in the bank and the white picket fence, while the other half might want adventure, living off fumes, as they say, and not necessarily being tied down to anything or anyone. So you can really have that life, you can have it both ways. These days, a lot of people don't get married and settle down until they're, in their late 30s and 40s. We have so many more options now. So don't get too caught up in, I should be married or I should be engaged or having children by a certain number. Know that you have a very free, wild spirit inside you, which is kind of exciting. And this weekend, there is a full moon in Leo, the show pony of the zodiac. And full moons are all about closure, Capricorns, bringing things to a nice, tidy end. And while it might be a bit of a dramatic, tidy end, there are some things that you really do need to tie up. And you probably know exactly what that is in preparation for Mercury moving direct. So that full moon is transiting your 8th house of joint resources and investments and intimacy. So you may want to have a little discussion with someone that you share a bed with, money with, or both, and make sure that you're on the same page when it comes to money and intimacy. Have a wonderful week, Capricorns. Great speaking to you. I look forward to speaking to you again next week. And remember, one more week and then Mercury moves direct.